and I'm quitting forever. Cross my heart, cross my fingers, cross my heart, cross my fingers.
So, I don't know about everyone else, but I had a huge issue with this theme because there are so many awesome people in history. Like, I feel like our channel could do like a year of just awesome people in history and it would be awesome. So after much deliberation, I decided to pick a painter called Gustave Courbet, who was very prominent in the 1850s in France. France at this time has already gone through, the monarchy's been overthrown. The Bourbon restoration's already happened, and now Napoleon's nephew is ruling, and everyone thinks he's awesome, even though he's essentially just Napoleon, and he's crowned himself emperor. So he is going to be Napoleon squared. And the aristocracy is terrified of peasants. There's nothing scarier than a peasant because they've caused, according to them, every revolution that has ever happened and will happen, and it's scary stuff, guys. And so Gustave Courbet comes along, and he was born in Ornans, which is a peasant district outside of Paris, and he decides, I'm going to be a painter, and so he paints. And instead of saying like, oh no, I'm not a peasant, a lot of painters did that, so they didn't want to admit that they were from a peasant background. He says, yeah, I'm a peasant, and I'm proud of it. Deal with it, guys. So, peasants at the time were portrayed, and by peasant I mean like anyone of the working class, were depicted as happy, simple people that enjoyed working, and it was something they had to do in order to be happy. And Gustave Courbet says, bullshit. So he paints a painting called Stonebreakers, and it's essentially a father and a son working to build a road. And the reason why they're building this road is because they left their peasant village, went to Paris, racked up a huge amount of debt, and now they're paying it off through government work. And everyone's like, oh my god! And they're freaking out because at the time this was hugely radical. And their clothing isn't peasant-like because it's the cast-off of the bourgeoisie. So it's reminding them that they once were at the bottom of the pile, and now they're kind of in the middle. Courbet keeps painting. He makes a painting called Burial at Ornans, which is a huge painting. Might I add, he made huge-ass paintings. And so this painting is of an anonymous burial. No one's paying attention. The grave is angled at you, so it looks like it's your funeral, and it's like, death is an equalizer, who cares? Everyone dies in the end, it doesn't matter what you have. So Courbet continues to paint revolutionary paintings, such as Bonjour, Monsieur Courbet, where he got a commission from a guy, and so he painted himself delivering this painting to the guy, and he's all like, what's up? He also paints a vagina called La Source, and that's all it is. So Courbet's gearing up, and this happens because the World's Fair comes to Paris in 1855, and Napoleon Squared says, you know what, let's make this awesome, guys. And Courbet says, okay, I'll put and sell my stuff, and the salon says, no fucking way. So Courbet withdraws the rest of his paintings that he put in. He goes across the street, sets up his own pavilion, calls it the Pavilion of Realism. It's all his paintings. He writes his own program, his own artist notes, and the first realist manifesto, which, might I add, is a huge deal, guys. And Courbet continues to do paintings and stuff until about 1871, when the Paris Commune happens, which is pretty much the last big revolution, I think, of French history. And he gets involved with that, goes to jail, gets exiled, he continues to paint for a while, and then he dies of liver failure due to heavy drinking. And my week has been pretty good. We're done work with Paras, so I'm super stoked about that, and just been dancing and such. Nothing too big. I finished season 4 of Doctor Who, and I suffered from serious David Tennant withdrawal afterwards, but Matt Smith seems pretty promising so far. Megan, holy meh! You can't say that about Martha. You cannot, because she doesn't really do it. She only does it like 3 times, and it's not like the entire plot line of the season that Martha's in love with the doctor. It's just stuff happens and Martha happens to be in love with the doctor while it's happening. What you need to do, Megan, is just get to the end of season 4. That's all. Just get to the end of season 4 and you will be happy. And season 4 is really sad for me at the end because you're saying goodbye to David Tennant, but just get to the end. You will feel happier about some things, maybe not other things. So yeah, that's all. Everyone else, have a great week. I'm looking forward to your videos, and I'll see you tomorrow, Avery.